Hey Frank, how you
It's
doing?
been a while, Carl. I don't think I've been on for like fucking 2 months.
It feels like it's been a while. It's been a while. We need to hear the update and how your
Should I tell the
concert,
people where I've been?
where you been,
Yeah.
what you've been doing, and the gig you did tonight. Here, I'll get us back to our regular screen as opposed to
All
our
right.
sports
We're
ball.
in sports ball. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've gotten my ass kicked over the past couple months. I kind of felt this shit coming on like at the end of 2022. I just wasn't feeling too good, and I couldn't figure out. The symptoms were very weird. It started with like a pain going down my left leg when I get into my car at night. It'd be cold out, and just like a little like pulse, like electric pulse, like somebody got cut the wire and just was like zapping just a little bit. Not even like 5 volts or whatever. Um, but that was. I mean, I noticed that, and the big thing was on the 5th of January. I lost half the vision in my right eye.
that's
I was like,
terrifying.
"What the fuck is going on here?"
That's absolutely
Um,
terrifying.
so I wake up in the morning and I see a blur, and it just gets worse and worse as I go this way. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Do I need glasses? So I went to an ophthalmologist or optometrist. I went to a bunch of eye doctors, and I just want to say I'm sorry about the videos I was putting out. I was on like steroid infusions, so I was all jacked up, and people were like, rumors were getting back to me, or like people were just getting the story backwards and saying like all kinds of crazy shit. So I needed to set the in my mind. I had to get to set the thing straight. And I put a little video out. But that was me on steroids because they gave me a steroid infusion at the Riddle ER. But before that, yeah, I had MRIs that showed lesions in my brain. And they were like, "Oh, you got to go to the Riddle ER." So I hit that bump. Riddle was very good to me, though.
This Delco we are.
Mainline health, man. I mean, it's come a long way since,
Oh yeah.
you know, long time
Oh
ago. Yeah,
well.
we wouldn't even go there for stitches for some shit.
My my old joke was I used to say that I would if I broke my legs on the steps of Riddle, I would tell the ambulance to take me to Crozier. But it's a lot better now. That was back in the
Yeah, but
day.
went from going to these eye doctors, and the one eye doctor figured out it was beyond the retina, so that was Dr. Feynman at Will's Eye guy, oof, man. I was going crazy. I thought one doctor said I just needed glasses. I was like, "What the hell are you talking about, bro?" Don't even go there. But yeah, so it was just very insane that I had to go sit in not I mean go in through the Riddle ER, but I was in the hospital for probably 5 days. Getting my blood taken every day at 5:30 in the morning, getting steroid infusions. But yeah, I have MS. I have multiple sclerosis, and it doesn't run in my family. It's like very peculiar how the symptoms are. Where it's like it affects your optic nerve, and it affects your whole central nervous system. So like when I played the poorhouse on I think the 20th of January, I couldn't really move my right arm, and when I was walking in the place, I couldn't move my left leg, so I was walking like really like a
Like
I don't know,
Frankenstein.
yeah, like Frankenstein or something. Yeah, like something really messed up. And people were like, "What's wrong with this guy?" And I just said, I can't see my eyes." And one of the ladies was like, "I'm an ophthalmologist or whatever." I'm like, "Yeah, I ended up needing a neurologist." And there's like no, actually, I needed a neuro or a neuro
I
ophthalmologist, but there's like two of those in the state of Pennsylvania. Thankfully, I talked to
Don't.
Dr. O'Connor over at
I give it a little shout out.
Glen Mills. Yeah, he's helping me out as well as let me think. The other doctors are at Jefferson. So I went over to Jefferson on Thursday. Was it Thursday? Yes, Thursday, and I did it's like an MS clinic. So I had to go more blood tests. It's just I'm going to be in and out of the hospital. This is what it does is it affects your um, central nervous system. So it just does a whole bunch of weird shit. The symptoms are weird. They come and go. I can't take a hot shower and have the water hit me on my back because then it will give me the symptoms. It will make my vision go sometimes. My stamina is not as good. I'm going to have to go join the gym, but it'll come back. It's just I'm like 2 weeks out of this thing. They're like when I went to Jefferson on Thursday, they were super impressed that my spine is all full of lesions,
Ah,
and there's people that have two little dots on their spine and they can't move. And I passed the test with flying colors, the physical flying colors, after 2 weeks. So whatever. But yeah, I still got to. It's all about controlling it. So you can't go backwards in time right now. The MS medicine has come a long way. If I got this in 1983, I'd be screwed. Thankfully, 2023, the medicine's very, very good. We're considering these two treatments, and it's going to be one or the other depending on like what works with my body. I had to take this one test to, today was a blood test, another blood test probably next week. Man, I can get my blood drawn so much. I've never given blood so much in my life.
Yeah, I don't like needles, but I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, that's my update. Any questions, Carl?
Okay, yeah. Before we bring in our mystery guest, okay, from, I mean, basically, like from the ground up, what is it? What do you have? What exactly? I don't know anything about it. Like
multiple sclerosis. It's immunocompromising disease.
Okay.
So that means I'm immune deficient sometimes.
So it's kind of attacking. You're attacking yourself, kind
right.
of.
It attacks the healthy cells, and what's happening is like a cable that has a vinyl sheath,
Like HBO or Cinemax.
No, like a cable, like a fucking
okay.
wire.
I'm sorry, you said cable. That's what I could.
No, like an HBO. Man, so like the wire on your speaker cable, you know what I mean?
Okay, and that gets all.
It's the same thing as your central nervous system. So the myelin is is the sheath on your what do you call it, on the nerves, on the spine.
Oh, like mylar that's real shiny, reflective.
Myelin.
Oh, sorry. Keep going. Okay, I keep messing.
So, yeah, I mean, so that's what's getting eaten away. The way I explain it in car talk, it's like I feel like I have a high performance ignition system, and not like the OEM, like the manufacturer's ignition system that is meant to last
OEM.
a long time. The high, the aftermarket stuff might be high performance, but it doesn't last, the same amount, the same duration. You know what I mean? So mine failed. Mine failed because it was sparking real hot, and now what happens is when that myelin degrades, you're shorting out. It's like your cable has a break in it, and it's touching a ground.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it's just it's curable. Like I said, it's treatable. I should say it's not curable. You can't go back in time right now. Who knows? I could change the medicine. It could get really good. But thankfully, again, I caught it early. I talked to a neurologist and then went into the ER. Which again, when I was all screwed up, like I couldn't move my right side of the body. I was like.
And you were still playing gigs.
Steps.
I don't know how the fuck you were doing that.
I had to crawl up the steps like this with both rails. So when they shocked me back with the steroids, I got my vision back the next day. It was great.
Dude, that's.
But I had to teach
fair.
myself how to walk and play the guitar again. I felt like when I was fucked up on those steroids, I didn't even think I was going to be able to play again. It was really, they mess with you, dude. They make you feel like you are all kinds of screwy.